Well, that makes sense. That makes more sense. Yeah. Well, we got about 5 minutes. I want you to. Well, why don't you go ahead and give out your recommendations to the people out there, and let everybody know where you're listening. Where your shows are. Can we do that today? I mean, everybody needs to find some other locations to listen to you over the next couple of days. You've got another show to do here in the next hour.
Yeah, well, we've got the Bob Chapman channel, and they get YouTube, and there's all kinds of programs on there that I've done and continue to do each week. For those of you who want to become subscribers, Midas has put out a special offer, and the offer is if you buy a 1/5 ounce, that's approximate, Swiss or French coin for like $256.68, which I may add is a very fair price, they will give you a free 1-year subscription, which is the most phenomenal deal I've ever heard of, and they do pay me for the subscriptions. And all you have to do is call into 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237, or, and these are all toll-free, 877-479-8178. That's 877-479-8178. And if you can't call from where you're at, email me and I'll pass it on. I don't have the email address in front of me, but my email address is Bob, B-O-B, at INTFORECASTER.com. That's Bob at intforecaster.com, and I'll pass that on. But that's a terrific deal.
No, I think so. I think so too. You do that twice a week. The last year has been phenomenal. I want to let everybody else out there know that you do this and you don't get paid for this. You should be out playing a round of golf with your lovely wife. And even with the disruptions that we have, you're able to give out advice and answer some minor questions out there. Some of the Marines out there are a little intimidated because they don't know what they should be asking. And your biggest advice that I've understood is to be prepared with ammunition, with food, with minor investment, or I shouldn't say minor, but all the investments you can do into gold and silver and junk silver. And you've been doing this for 20 years. Have you seen an increase here in more people waking up to learn the truth?
Without question. And there's those who discover it and they furrow back into denial. But that's okay. It's normal. And as the story becomes better known and others accept the fact that there are people who are behind governments that are manipulating them, and discover the Bilderberger Group and the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, what's going to happen is those people who have some knowledge are going to come in and participate. And it's on the way. And more people are finding out every day. If they weren't, I wouldn't be doing these broadcasts, that's for sure.
Well, we're running out at the time, and I know you've got another show to go through, and I really appreciate you having to contend with this emergency hookup today. And thank God we were able to get a phone connection. And I really appreciate your input. You're going to be back with us next week with some more hardcore questions. As you leave us today, what is your personal input or feelings about the catastrophic events in the Gulf as it affects you or others in South America?
Well, I think what's going on in the world, the credit crisis, which we've just had and is ongoing, the problems in Europe, things are slowing down, generally speaking, worldwide, although they perked up over the last several months due to stimulus in many countries. But that's not going to last. The unemployment hasn't changed, particularly in America and Europe. And so I think we're going to see ongoing difficult times. And quite frankly, in Asia and Latin America, the problems have not really been felt that much. And so there are sections of the world that are lagging, having problems. They haven't had them yet. One of the big problems in Mexico is that some of the states along the border, like Sonora and Chihuahua, they're all upset because all the illegal aliens are coming home. They don't have any jobs for them. They don't know what to do with them. And it's going to be a problem. They've been coming home, so to speak, for a long time. And it's causing employment problems, that's for sure. And I'm sure it will in other areas of Latin America as well.
Well, I appreciate you being on the show today with us, Mr. Chapman, and we'll see you next week. And you and your wife will see you next week. Is that okay with sir?
Of course it is, and I'll be here.
Thank you, sir. And I appreciate you coming up and putting up with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Chapman with the International Forecaster.